Hello everybody, Kill Team Andy here. That's not my name, I wish I hadn't said that, but I'm not going to restart the recording again. So, if you recall, in the build-up, in and amongst the ruins of our hopes and dreams about what the new edition was going to be, about Hivestorm, the new rules, etc., we had a little known tidbit of info, which was how to win Kill Team for a year. And I'd completely forgotten this was a thing, but back then they had said pay attention on the 7th of October, and then on the 12th of October, I think, you can win. And how do you win? Well, now we know. And I'm going to read what it is, because it's you play a mission, and then you submit the results, and kaboom, kabam, kabob, you win. I don't know. Alright, let's take a look at it. So, here we go. This, to clarify, sorry, this video is mainly going to be me reading the actual mission, because there's a lot of words, and like, oh man, words, you know, so I've got you, don't worry. You continue doing the housework, playing Warcraft, driving to work, whatever you need to do, sirs, I've got you, don't worry. Okay, so, long story short, you subscribe to the newsletter. Then, on the 12th to the 14th of October, you play the mission that we're about to read. Then, that's it. So you're going to say, as I search this entire article for, but how do you submit your results? You don't yet. We're not there yet. So, what happens is, if you are subscribed to the newsletter, on the 12th of October, they will send out an email saying, hey, get in on this action, buddy. And then you say, sure thing, Daddy G-dubs, here's my results. And presumably, I don't know what the results are going to be, presumably, I won or I lost. But then everybody would just say they won, wouldn't they? There must be more to it than that. Anyway, and that's it. There you go. So that's kind of the end of what you have to do. So for now, sign up to the newsletter. GW reached out to me and sent me a link that you can use to sign up to the newsletter, and I'm gonna put that in the top comment. But I don't know why they've done that. If somebody watches my channel, they are definitely signed up to the GW newsletter. But I'm gonna give it to you. I assume it's some sort of tracked link, I don't know, so that, you know, people can see like how many people have joined through it, but I very much hope that my number is 0, because otherwise, guys, what are you doing? Like, you know? Anyway, cool. With that said, I would like to quickly give a subscriber-only benefit, and that subscriber-only benefit is a big double hello. Wow, wasn't that wholesome? Truly, the wholesomeness knows no bounds in the world of glass half dead, but of course that was a subscriber-only benefit, so like, subscribe, leave a comment right now, and that comment can be, are you signed up to the Warcom newsletter? Of course you are. So the answer should just be yes, but you do need to put that in a comment for the algorithm. Thank you. Okay, cool. So let's read the mission. So page 1, fluff. Cool, right, good. Sorry. Allow me to continue. I'm not just going to say fluff, all right, because there's words here. This mission is, sorry, actually, before we get on to this, there are 2 more things I want to point out. Firstly, if you're in the UK, there are Warcom, sorry, they've just put up a bunch of tickets, the Warhammer World, yes, that's what it's called, like the big thing, the big 2-day event, those tickets are up now, like at 7 PM tonight. So in like 2 hours. So if you want to be the first to get those, because they probably will sell out, it seems, go check that out. If you're in continental Europe, I'm sure there's plenty of tournaments going on in Spain, and many in Poland and other places. However, there is also, and I mention this because I went to it ages ago, back in the 2018 edition of Kill Team. But Game Mat EU, you probably know them because they do game mats for lots of channels, and like they do pre-painted terrain and stuff. They have, like, it's called the Prague Open. It's primarily a 40k place, but they do have a kill team event going on. It's 32 players. It is not currently full, and they've just decided to do this edition of Kill Team because it would be insane to not, right? And I think that's the first weekend of November, and that still has places. So if you're looking for something to go hard on early in this edition, go check out either of those two tournaments. Cool. All right, let's read rules. Yeah. So this mission is designed to be played using the game sequence and the transmission crit op from the Kill Team core book. Transmission crit op. I believe what that means is that you should also go and check out Tactical Skew, where I've done not only how to play but 2 battle reports for the new edition so far. Amazing. Go check that out. Thank you. Nice. In this mission, your kill teams must extract crucial intelligence scattered during a previous battle, but the irreversible hymnals of firing have already begun to echo throughout the city. Your kill teams must seize their objectives and exfiltrate before the gun's destructive recoil reduces your area of operations to a wasteland of corpse-strewn rubble. And of course, everybody, don't forget that just because the people, the man, expects you to play these missions against somebody else, you don't have to. You can play this solo or co-op. You don't have to PvP it. Okay? Don't think you have to rush down to your local GW and face off. No, you can just chill, you can vibe, you can play solo. Alright. That is the beauty of the new, solo. Like, you can just play that. You can play 7 days a week. Just solo it. You don't have to be kind of dictated to by somebody else's timetable. Moving on, sorry, I just suddenly remembered that was the thing. Right, mission rules. Facing the firing. In the setup the battle step, randomly determine one neutral kill zone edge to also be the massive ballistics kill zone edge. The Great Gun. A different mission rule is applied during each turning point as specified below. So this is obviously what's making this whole thing work, right? This is the fun. 4 turns where weird stuff happens, because transmission, we already know that it does have it there in the bottom right hand corner, initiate transmission, but really we already know that. We can play that either as a preliminary op from the pack, because transmission is the 3rd mission there, or we can play it using approved ops, where again transmission is number 3, but yeah, cool. So let's read. Turning point 1, hymnals of firing. Obviously we're going to skip that fluff, we don't have time for that. Add 1 inch to the move stat of operatives until the end of the turning point. Add 3 inches to the distance requirements of support rules until the end of the turning point, e.g. select 1 friendly operative within 6 inches would be 9 inches instead. This is not cumulative with comms device universal equipment. Cool, so everybody gets a free comms device attached to them for turn 1, and plus 1 inch to the move stat. Now, a quick interesting note, you might think, what's support? That's a keyword. If you think of your normal comms guy, your comms operative, now their comms has the keyword support. That's so that you know that all of the different types of support are keyworded to work with the comms device. Cool. Plus 1 inch to the move stat. I don't know how much you guys have played so far of the new edition, but that is almost, in my opinion, useless. Turn 1, at least on Volcus, it's a really cagey turn. I mean, you're moving up, but you're rarely using your full move. You're just kind of positioning like a dash forwards, honestly, and waiting for turn 2, because you can't score, so it's moving on. Sorry, I'm not critiquing the rules. I'm just noting my things that I've noticed in the new edition to maybe help you. Turning point 2, calm before. No rules. So turn 2, obviously, as it always has been, tends to be the turn, turn 2 and 3 is where everything's truly decided, because you start getting your kills, and this is where you can get an early lead. So the fact that there's no additional rules in turn 2, in my opinion, I mean, fine, but fine, sure. Turning point 3, devastating report. In the ready step of the strategy phase, inflict D3+1 damage on each operative that doesn't have intervening heavy terrain within its control range between it and the massive ballistics kill zone edge. Roll separately for each. So this is quite fun, because obviously in turn 2 you will have made some big moves. I possibly charged into melee, possibly shot, etc., etc. But got on a good angle for it. So you're focusing more on the enemy, and suddenly you've got to think about, oh, hold on, I was just playing a normal game, and so I wasn't thinking about making sure that the right side of my model had heavy terrain. Well, buddy, D3 plus 1 damage to your whole team. That's quite fun. It's obviously, you know, simulating the gun firing and just how shocking that is to everybody. Then each operative that doesn't have intervening light or heavy terrain within its control range between it and the massive ballistics kill zone edge gains 1 shockwave token. Okay, interesting. Friendly operatives with a shockwave token cannot be activated or perform actions until each friendly operative without a shockwave token is expended. Whenever an operative with a shockwave token is expended, remove that token. So, yeah, that seems very all or nothing, but fair enough. Good. It's quite amusing in a sense. You know, hey, make the rules crazy. Why not? And sure enough, if you've forgotten that the gun's going to fire because you were shooting for that turn 2 big play, ooh, you've taken D3 plus 1 wounds, and you don't get to activate that turn, which is pretty big, gotta say. Then finally, turn point 4, because of course we are only a 4-turn game. Aftershock. Subtract 2 inches from the move stat of operatives. Whenever an operative performs the dash action, roll 1d6. On a 1, they stumble, can only move up to 1 inch during that action. The battle ends after 4 turning points have been completed. Okay, and then we already know what transmission is. Victory points are also the same, it seems. So there you go. And that is the game that we are going to play, whether we are playing it PvP, solo, or co-op. It says between the 12th and the 14th, but we have it now. We can play it now. There's no proof that we play the game, right? Like, we can just say, yeah, I played it. Yeah. Cool. So, it's an interesting little set of rules. As someone that in the past hasn't really been the biggest fan of narrative gaming, you know, but now because I'm having my eyes open to co-op and solo and being okay with the idea that things are not balanced, it's interesting to see what they're doing here. You know, I'd be happy to give it a go. The rules don't kind of instantly scream out to me, oh, you're going to have a crazy, wacky, fun time. But we shall see. There you go. Cool. What do you think? What do you think of these rules? To the people out there that have played funky narrative games in the past, what do you think about this? I suppose the benefit to this is that ultimately you are still playing like a balanced game. It's just it's balanced very strangely. Sorry, that's not the correct phrase. It's still a balanced game because what's happening is happening to both of you in an identical manner. This isn't an asymmetrical game. You haven't changed any of the deployments, any of the victory conditions. You're still playing a balanced game, but hey, in turn 3 and 4, weird stuff happens, right? There you go. Cool. Okay, well, let me know because I'm actually genuinely relatively interested. Yeah. I guess I'll give it a play when I next play Kill Team, because why not? Alright, well, if you watched to the end of the video, I realised that I haven't done a double hello. I did do a double hello. That was a triple hello then. Triple hello to you, sir. Thank you very much for watching till the end of the video, because hey, nothing helps out a small channel like mine more than just watching the video, so thank you. Cool. Alright, well, I will see you after I have played the Hivestorm launch event mission, The Great Gun Fires. It's my dick.